We're back in the man cave. That's Harry May's man cave, another edition of Derailed, and we brought a guest.
Yeah, I don't use the term man cave, though. I mean, just for people to know, because man cave is out. I'm out on man cave.
Is it
like the term
he she cave?
No, it's not gender specific.
Cave?
It doesn't have to be a gender neutral thing or any hashtag bullshit. I just don't like the term man cave. I mean, that went out in the 90s, man.
So did it jump the shark?
Yes, it's
like
jumped
the term jump the shark.
Correct.
Do you want to introduce the guest first?
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody knows
there's an
him.
audio element of the show that's audio. I mean, we're on iTunes.
Right. Yeah, there is an audio
So there's
element.
just audio to this too?
Yeah.
Can we make the whole only available audio?
Yeah,
And
it's
if
on
you don't
iTunes.
already recognize that voice, it's the guy that wears the CCM hat.
He's wearing
and I
it
used
right
to
now.
work with him in the middays, Jason Myrtetus, and he does the Stick to Hockey podcast, which you can get on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, everywhere you get podcasts. And he's been
YouTube.
breaking news left and right.
I don't do YouTube.
And we just brought him in to talk a little sports.
Now, is this guy going to break news as we sit here?
He's got his phone is buzzing the whole fucking time.
Is it going to be like Adam Schefter over here?
Is there like
Where's your other phone?
No, he needs another phone.
Yeah. And your other phone.
I got the bat phone in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't know what podcasts you're used to, but you're not getting a word out without somebody jumping in.
Well, here's is there like a quota? Do I have to meet so many curse words?
No,
No.
not Harry is all fired up.
I know. Gee,
Yeah. Well, I've been waiting for you for 45 fucking minutes.
You're unloading the clip on the curse words in the
Yeah.
first 2 seconds.
We were
of the
supposed
show.
to start at 3 o'clock. Shander doesn't even
What time
call
is
to
it?
say that he's late. It's 3:42, by the way.
I thought I could just slide in there and you
Right.
would just forget, and all of a sudden I could subtly appear.
Yeah.
And the show would just start.
Every time we have
seamlessly.
guests, and Gregory can verify this, our fabulous videographer, engineer, etc.
Director,
Technical
director.
producer, huh?
right.
Heineken
Everything
lover.
but you and I.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He can verify this. Every time we have guests to come and watch the podcast or be a part of the podcast, you show up late.
I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Now, every time happens, it's a small sample size.
So you've done 2 episodes?
Yeah, but you're batting 1,000.
No, this is episode. It's true. I'm like a pinch hitter.
Right.
But
Wait, how many episodes of this have happened?
this is 8, I believe.
Yes.
You made it 8
This
episodes?
is 8.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
this.
I can't believe that you
I know.
made it 8 episodes.
And we've gone all over the place. We've been to Parks Casino. We've been
Okay,
to.
they serve alcohol. I can understand why he'd be
Well,
late.
everywhere we've been, actually, they've served alcohol.
Great American Pub.
Yeah, they
Green
serve
Turtle.
alcohol.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to do anything else with our resumes? Give those out or anything?
No, nobody cares who we are. Like,
Okay, so this is derailed.
What do
So
you
the
mean?
idea is that you guys never stay on the rails.
Well, the quota, you ask about the curse quota, it's not that type of quota that you have on the show. The quota that you have to hit on the show is not, and then insert name. Like, not Barry Manilow. You've got to hit a bunch of those.
Okay, Manilow, that's a tough one, dude.
Well, no, Barry. Maybe play off like Barry Sanders.
Not Barry
Pepper.
Melrose.
Yeah, Barry
Yeah.
Pepper.
Okay, Barry Pepper.
Not Salt and Pepper.
Give me your top 5 Barrys, huh?
But anyway, we got to start with the Eagles. I know we
You don't want to start with the Flyers? I mean, it's a,
You want to start? We
What-
never
what-
start with the Flyers.
Go
Come
ahead.
on.
Hold on. Cue Harry. Say it, Harry.
Nobody gives a fuck about hockey.
See?
Now that's a drop we could never play.
Maybe we can send it to your station. You think? No, it's
No,
all right.
no, no.
I was at the bar this weekend, and I'm at the bar. I'm hanging out with my buddies from high school, and some guy just we're taking a picture. I don't know why it was really like bizarre, like taking a picture with your buddies and old dudes.
Why is that bizarre?
But they wanted to take a picture, so we're all taking a picture, and the guy yells over, "Nobody cares about hockey, Jason."
Yes.
I'm like,
You're
"Can I
branded.
please get away from this drop?"
Everywhere he goes, he gets it.
That's amazing.
unreal.
Awesome. It's awesome.
All right, let's
you want to
start
start with the
the
Flyers?
No,
Let's
Start with the Eagles.
We are going to hit the Eagles. I mean, the Flyers.
Yeah, we have to because
Yeah.
they're in the news.
Well, he made news with the Flyers,
You
right?
did,
You broke
yeah.
that the head coach is coming back.
I didn't. What do you mean?
I thought that you didn't you come out on the radio and say that the official report that Hackstall was out.
Yeah, I
with the
couldn't. I
Royals?
didn't confirm it. Dave Isaac from the Courier Post had a report that was out yesterday that
Okay.
said that Hacksaw was fired and that Quenneville was hired.
Right. I
And-
thought you came out on the radio and refuted that, which is now the case.
Well, I didn't refute. I just couldn't. I could not confirm it. So I just said,
okay.
you know, I wasn't saying it wasn't true. I was just saying I couldn't confirm it and it hadn't happened yet.
Right.
But Hackstall has now been fired.
Correct.
But
That was at the
Quenneville
time.
has not been hired.
Right.
Okay, we can.
We'll get into that. Let's just go to the Eagles and we'll come back.
Let's get it back to the
Or
Eagles.
that's your hockey minute.
Yeah, I mean, it happened again.
Yeah, we might not bring up the NHL.
Nick
No,
Foles goes to Los Angeles,
Yeah,
and the magic is back. I couldn't believe what I was watching last night.
I
I'm dumbfounded.
I had to walk to Camden this morning on Fox 29.
Is this a bet that you lost
I
because
lo-
of the Eagles
I
game?
said on the air.
Oh, because you're one of those idiots that said, if the Eagles win this game, I'll fill in the blank.
Right.
Yeah, I did it.
You're a knucklehead.
Why? I got some great cam time. I even had one of these things. They gave me one of these things. It was like a phone, and you just broadcast live as you're walking up the bridge.
Well, Steve Keeley wasn't walking along with you.
No. They couldn't get anybody to sign up for that.
Jen Fred wasn't there on the bridge.
Nobody at any point was like, "Yeah, I'm going to roll." They couldn't even get an intern.
Oh, is
to
that
walk
right?
with me. Yeah,
Okay.
but that's the level of nobody called this game. No, but I don't care if you called this game, you were contrarian.
Yeah, you're being one of those guys who just throw it against the wall and hope you got right.
Exactly.
I mean, they were almost a 2-touchdown underdog.
Yeah, 13-point underdog.
Yeah.
Somehow they win. It was crazy. I don't know what it is about Nick Foles. I have no idea. You can't explain it. I can't put my finger on it. But he didn't play spectacular.
No.
But the whole team played. They looked like a totally different football team.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
That's crazy.
The defense was tremendous. The defensive front was awesome. You didn't notice that you had generic journeyman guys playing cornerback last night.
Who were making plays.
They made plays, yeah.
Trayvon was making a couple
Avonte
plays.
Maddox is
He's a good player. Yeah.
They've moved him a little bit all over the place, but you're finding out, and that's the good thing when guys that get injured, you can find out you might have something that's beneath the surface, and that's what you're finding out. And we thought that was just what the last 3 games would be. It would just be, let's see what we got in Josh Adams. Let's see what we got in Avonte Maddox. Let's see what the hell Sidney Jones is if he can get on the field. But they win the game. You go, what? You got to be kidding me.
But I mean, there were 3 unbelievable plays in that game last night that all went the Eagles' way. And we talked in previous episodes about last year how all these things seemed to go their way. These crazy bounces of the ball,
Atlanta,
off of Keanu Neal's knee and into somebody's hands, that kind of stuff. 3 things happened last night. Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib both blow a coverage on the same play.
Never seen that.
And it's almost like they were looking for, 3 more cornerbacks playing behind them.
Right.
And all of a sudden you have 2 Eagles receivers 50 yards down the field uncovered. Where it was almost like Aguilar or Alshon. You take it. I'll get it.
It was like an outfield fly ball.
Exactly.
I was worried they may run into each other.
That's what I was. That's the only thing that could have gone wrong there. So they get 50 yards, they score on the next play, and then you get Goff getting the ball back, and all of a sudden he's like,
he fell down and then he decided to throw it like an idiot.
ends up in the Eagles' hands. And then you had the punt returner. What was he? He didn't even get hit, and the ball comes out.
That's the power of Foles.
Yeah, I know. It's
he's
Foles
over there.
magic.
He's over there. I think he's
the magic.
He's Fantasia, and he's got this little ball. And
Since he went to Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then why aren't they going to pay him the $20 million if that's the case? Bring him back. Yeah, at this point, just bring him back.
If we're gonna have this conversation, I'm leaving.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, thank you.
Do we need to put up a poll?
Yeah, let's go to the line.
Trade Wentz, sign Foles.
Yeah, I mean,
is that what we're doing? No, we're not doing that on this show.
I mean, that's the biggest thing I'm dreading about this. I'm so happy they won and last night, like watching the game it was enjoyable. It was the first time I felt like we enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like it was just like sheer joy watching a football game, even though it got a little tense at the end.
That was.
But the byproduct of Foles going out and playing pretty well and all of that, and we'll see what happens going forward against the Texans and then Washington. And
It's
God
a
forbid,
pick'em.
the
game's a pick'em.
Yeah, and then God forbid if he leads them into the playoffs, and this talking point in the offseason of you don't pay Wentz, franchise quarterback money, you keep Nick Foles. Look what he's done. And
Foles is all $20 million, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of money attached. That's what I'm saying. Like he might just price
that's the
himself.
option basically on his contract.
There's not a $10-12 million cheap little slide in that even somebody can argue with. So you're right. You're going to have to deal with, and you on the front lines of it. But we're all going to have to deal with this social media and conversations we have about what do you do with Foles? What do you do with Foles? If there was any opportunity to maximize his value, now this is crazy now in this conversation because what we know to be Carson Wentz goes down again. But I don't know how you can
is
make
he injury prone?
Yeah, but that's not worth $20 million on the bench.
Well, okay. I mean, what is it worth though?
He's still the franchise guy.
But
we're not having this discussion.
No.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is if this is a guy that continually gets hurt, whether that's for 2 weeks, 5 weeks in a season, because he does put his body in peril still, he's got to learn how to not do that. If he is that guy, then you better have a good backup.
Yeah. So what I would do is
probably Nate Sudfeld, even though we hear they're high on him.
No, and I think Sudfeld at this point it's a risk because Carson is too deep. So what you have to do is you have to routinely allocate funds each year to pay for a backup.
Which is a hard thing to do when you're paying a quarterback franchise money.
which they're going to have to do now.
Yeah, because you got to rob Peter to pay Paul from somewhere, so that money's coming from what you're going to spend either on a linebacker or